Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day so far. I hope everything is going your way, and welcome back to my channel. I have another build video for you guys today, and I was just inspired by a lot of the homes in my personal neighborhood, including my own. It's this sort of odd 70s mid-century modern type house, mountain home, like in the middle of the woods on top of a mountain somewhere. The aesthetic, at least in my neck of the woods, the aesthetic of those kinds of homes tends to be very strange, the very open format, with like up with a whole story, like a basement that's not actually below ground, where the entrance is technically on the second story. That's kind of how my house is where I live in the mountains here in the Rockies. And yeah, it's kind of odd, but it was a lot of fun to do. It was nice to try something that's not quite so traditional. And here I am just creating a nice big deck, because that's another big important aspect of my own home, is a nice big outdoor patio on both stories. Actually, you'll see that as we get further in the build, there's actually a patio beneath the first story on the basement level. So that's really cool, and that's reminiscent of my own home as well. And what's really cool about this build is I envisioned it was originally designed a certain way when it was originally built in the 70s, and then someone moved in with a family member, or maybe they originally lived alone and then a family member moved in and they had to make a new bedroom out of a room on the first story, so underneath. And there aren't any bedrooms on the main floor. There's a bedroom on the top story and a bedroom below, but there isn't one on the main story, which I thought was pretty cool. You don't normally see that. And there's a lot of outdoor elements to this build. There's a nice outdoor area. I used some terrain painting, and I had a lot of trouble actually with this main floor here. The staircases did not want to line up very well, but I find my way around that later on. And here I'm just trying to create an interior layout, and none of this really sticks. I think the only thing that's stuck there on the first floor, or on the middle floor here, is that bathroom space that I designated there in the corner. But that ends up being all open format, and I actually expand this upper bedroom space as well. So it's a lot larger. And then this is just a very strange build. I had fun with it though. It's a bit hard to commentate on it right now. Oh, I had a lot of trouble with the roofing. Roofing on homes like this tend to be a bit odd. Yeah, I cut out a lot of it because none of it sticks. I ended up changing the layout of the house because I couldn't make the roofing work. And so yeah, I had to cut out a nice big chunk there. And now the roofing is coming together, and I'm just working on the exterior of the home, figuring out the color schemes, like the siding. Weird wooden siding and vinyl siding is very common in homes like this, along with some stone aspects as well. So like there's a stone foundation and this little stone outcrop, I guess, maybe, like this little window that kind of sticks out there on the side of the house. And it's a pet peeve of mine in The Sims when you can see the floor, like the edge of the floor, when it wouldn't be like that in real life. So I just added some exterior trimming, and I added a metal roof tile, because that's very common here in the mountains. It's much better for snow and for precipitation if you have a metal roof, because it doesn't sink into the shingles. It just kind of slides off and evaporates as time goes on. And slanted roofs like this are very common as well. You don't want to have snow getting stuck in your roof at all or on top of it. You want it to slide off because snow up here in the mountains gets really heavy. And yeah, that's not good. You don't want a leaky roof when there's going to be a lot of snow. That's just setting you up for thousands and thousands of dollars of house damage. Not good. I did raise the height of these walls, and then I didn't like the way they looked. I had a hard time with the windows. So we ended up bringing the height of that wall back down. It also made those stairs uneven, so we just scrapped that entirely. And I did go with these nice big open windows because that's another really common theme in at least Rocky Mountain homes. Nice big windows. You want, like, it's so beautiful up there in the mountains that you want to be able to see out onto everything, which means you don't get a lot of privacy, but people are so spread out anyways that doesn't really matter. So I thought that looked really pretty, and I'm actually having a hard time picking. I'm trying to vary the windows, and it's just not working, so we end up going with the same thing that I had all throughout. And yeah, I had to cut all that out because I spent so much time trying to find windows, and I did not like it. And we kind of block out these for some more privacy because in this particular world, this is that tiny little lot in Windenburg, and there's not as much privacy in that world as I would like. So we tint those windows a little bit. And now we're starting on the appearance of the basement. I'm going with some really interesting color schemes that I've not worked with very much in the past. And I'm excited to work with them. They're like oranges, really warm oranges and reds and yellows. I don't typically work with them. I tend to despise the color orange in personal gameplay and stuff, so it was fun to explore those colors a little bit more. And right now I'm mostly just working on figuring out color schemes and appearances, and we'll go more into decoration in a little bit. And again, the floor plan does change quite a bit from this point forward. I get rid of that extra room. I don't know when that happens. I just did that. And it's going to turn into like a nice little reading area. And I ended up cutting out that bathroom because I end up not showing you guys what I do in that bathroom there, that little half bath of sorts. It just wasn't as relevant, and I'm just focusing on the color scheme of each room, and this is where I figure out that the stairs are just not the right length, and I'm trying to find another place to put them because they don't line up with the stairs to the basement, and there's no other place for them to go, and there's no other direction for them to go in, so I just end up lowering that wall height a little bit. So, yeah. This is a very long build. This one took me a while. I think it took me maybe, I don't know how long the footage was, but I want to say it was around 2 to 3 hours, somewhere in that zone. So I did cut out quite a few chunks to keep this in the 20-minute range. It was originally a little bit longer than that. And now I'm decorating the walls, so I'm finally figuring out what the color scheme of each room is going to be. And I ended up going with some really cool wall textures that I don't use indoors very often, like these stone walls for the interior. And I'm putting a nice big window in that little reading nook. We're gonna put a couch there, and there's something about the mountains and like just taking a book and relaxing that's so nice. So, and here we go, working on the upstairs. There's not much for me to talk about right now, so let's see. Speaking of live streams, let's talk about some live streams for a little bit. I'll give you guys a little update on how those are going to go. Next week is my spring break, so as this is going up, it will be Thursday. So tomorrow, I am heading home for spring break. Home, it's just an hour and a half for me, but I have a school break, so there should be, don't quote me on this, there should be 2 videos going up next week. one on Tuesday and one on Thursday, and maybe a Saturday bonus video, but I will not promise it. I'm not promising that. And there will be, I think I have 3 live streams scheduled for that week, a couple of afternoon live streams, which I haven't done at all. I usually do mine late at night. So that should be a-okay. I don't think there will be a stream this weekend because my ring light stand, my desktop ring light stand was supposed to get here on Friday, and it's not going to get here till Monday. So I don't think I'll be doing any streams over the weekend, but there will be one the weekend after. So Saturday and if you're watching this like a year in advance, this won't be relevant, but there will be a live stream, not this coming Saturday, but the one after. And there will be, I think, 2 within the actual week in the afternoon. We'll see. And I'm really excited because next week I should be breaking ground on my home studio. So hopefully live streams will be a lot better quality when I'm able to stream from there. And I will be able to record some new Let's Plays. I want to start doing actual Let's Plays on this channel instead of just build videos, some random lifestyle stuff, and the like. So I have a new Let's Play in the works, and that will hopefully be recorded soon over that week. And let's get back to the build. So here I'm actually creating a reading nook. So there's some cool cushions around these bookshelves and these cool little rugs that came with Get to Work. Oh, and I love that like lamp that's on a branch. I love that thing. It looks so cool in this particular environment. It really enhances that mountain cabin kind of aesthetic. And I didn't know what to place there, so I'm just placing a little like caddy table that you might have in the entranceway of a nice home or something. And I'm placing another chair here in the corner because I didn't know what else to put there. And I'm expanding the range of these carpets because I didn't quite like the way they looked, and I ended up changing the color of all of them as well. I think they go from being green to being gray. And I'm putting a little rug in, on that little, under that couch. And I didn't talk any about the kitchen because I end up expanding it against the staircase and it changes, so I'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm just adding some clutter to make the house more lived in. And so the aesthetic I was going for was maybe a young person who maybe lived in the city and wanted to get out and live on their own in the middle of nowhere. Maybe they work remotely, and so they've taken this old cabin and renovated it for their own taste. And so they live upstairs, and then maybe they had like a sibling, like a younger teenage sibling, come live with them, and they had to retrofit a bedroom for them out of the downstairs like utility closet or something. I love that little plant. I think it adds a really nice accent to the room. Oh, and here I go expanding the kitchen. So I just wall off this kitchen entirely, and I expanded it because that weird little hallway thing between the original kitchen and that staircase, I couldn't do anything with it. It was just wasted space. So I decided to expand the kitchen. And here I am just adding in the countertops, and I end up adding in a little coffee nook and a microwave and some other clutter to go with the kitchen. And I think I even add in cabinets. Yes, I add in cabinets. And I add in a range hood as well. Oh, and I add some plants here on the countertop. So you don't have a dining table in this home. You just have that little, like, I guess it's a table. It's like a counter with bar stools against the wall. That's something I haven't really seen done very much. And correct me if I'm wrong. As always, I'm no expert. I don't know everything. Yes, and I did cut out decorating that bathroom. And here I go, changing the carpets to that nice gray color instead of the bright green. And now I get to decorate the bedroom. I picked a nice red color scheme. I hear that's actually really bad for your like quality of sleep. So, oops, but it's The Sims, so that doesn't really matter. I figured the whoever it was that lives here would probably really like a nice red bedroom. I do a lot of blue bedrooms, so it was kind of nice to get out of my comfort zone there. And these nice big windows for the bedroom, I just loved that so much. They frame the room so well, and they make the space feel very open and larger than it is. And these plants just add a lot of life to the room where it's kind of dark and a little bit gothic of sorts. It's since that nice red contrasts with the black. So I added some more life to it, and I throw in a nice walk-in closet and a fancy marble tiled master bath. So that just looks really cool to me. I love that little bathtub. That's one of the tubs from Spa Day, I think. And this build was a lot of me using objects that I don't use very often, like that walk-in closet or those candles and a lot of these bathroom clutter objects. Usually in my normal gameplay, I don't even bother with different kinds of mirrors and different kinds of clutter objects, especially in bathrooms. So it's nice to just make a build that's mostly aesthetic than over function. And now I'm throwing in some lighting so you can see that bathroom a little bit better. That's a really nice clean white. I don't know why, but I just love white bathrooms. They look so clean and crisp. That's a weird word to describe it, crisp. Oh well. I love that image from City Living, and it really goes along with the color scheme I've gone in here as well. I thought about adding in some other curtains to make it look like some of the curtains are just pushed to the side, but that didn't really work out. And here we go decorating the downstairs. This is where I went into experimenting with some different color schemes. This color scheme is almost directly inspired by the one in my family's den, except we don't have like an orange couch or anything. But we do have like wood siding for wallpaper down there and some stone accents and some cooler lighting. It doesn't really match the rest of the house, but that's what I like about it, is this house feels very mismatched and pieced together from like two different people clashing together. I don't know. I like it. It's weird, but I like it. And there's a nice little computer desk in here. Maybe it's a shared family computer. Like the teenage kid isn't allowed to have their own computer, so they have to be supervised. I don't know. And yeah, I'm just decorating. Is there anything else to talk about? I think I'll just throw in some music for the rest of the build. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you like this video, please like this video and subscribe, join the herd. If you want to see more from me, follow me on Twitch. Those are a lot of fun. That's where I started. And this build will be up on the gallery under the hashtags Moose Majesty and Majestic Moose, along with any other relevant hashtags of any sort. And if that's all, I will see you in my next video.